There's no better time to talk to your kids about their own mental health. Newswatch reporter Catherine Skeldon sits down with a mental health expert to talk about why this is so important right now.
Oh, that's a highlight.
Now more than ever, parents having conversations about mental health with their children is crucial. As May Mental Health Awareness Month comes to a close, there seems to be no better time. The U.S. is also in the midst of a mental health crisis following the COVID-19 pandemic. And now, most recently, the Texas elementary school shooting just adds to such a crisis. A new national survey found that while over half of parents still may need help talking to their kids about mental health issues, 93% of them seem to know that these conversations are key.
I think there is more acceptance of mental health, and that it is just as important as our physical health. I think we are starting to see that come around, which is encouraging.
Like our physical health, keeping up with our mental health is just as crucial. So it's important that every parent or guardian gets on board with talking about it with their kids. But Chief Clinical Officer at FMRS in Beckley, Tracy King, says that while these conversations are important, it's also important to limit their media exposure that might help to trigger increased negative feelings they may have towards world events and tragedies.
You know, they get bombarded with this through TV, social media. So we know they're going to hear about it. So it's going to be important. Once again, we do have that conversation with them about it. We want to know, what does your child already know about what happened? And we need to be listening for maybe some misinformation they have or some misconceptions.
Upon encouraging children to open up about their feelings about such tragedies, King says it's also important to give them the facts about it in an age-appropriate way. To help parents and caregivers talk more about mental health with their kids, On Our Sleeves, a program created by behavioral health experts at Nationwide Children's Hospital, launched the Operation Conversation campaign. Catherine Skeldon, Newswatch.
And parents can visit the link from our website that will provide more information on what Operation Conversation is all about and how to get help to make sure that your kids are encouraged to open up and talk. See something, say something. We've all heard this phrase, but it's even more important now that we adhere to it. Following the tragic shooting at Robb Elementary School, the West Virginia Department of Homeland Security reminds all West Virginians about the Safe Schools Helpline. The number is 1-866-723-3982. It is a toll-free number answered 24 hours a day. Residents can call to report anything that could harm students, staff, or property at any state school. Callers can remain anonymous. Since the helpline's inception in early 2019, nearly 3,000 calls have been received. And if you don't want to make the call, you can also email tips to safeschool@wv.gov.